Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Alhamdulillah. Astaghfirullah lazim wa atubu ilayh. Okay. Another Friday came. Another week passed. Where were we last week? Where are we today? Where do we want to be next week? Believer must stop to ask. Brother, this is not knowledge. Let's learn Quran. Let's learn Hadith. Let's memorize things. The Quran and the Hadith. The prophets and the books. The purpose is to make the man to become a believer, to think this, to understand where he is, where he was, and where he's going to go. The Quran and the Hadith, it is not there for us to memorize like a robot, like a parrot, or to use that knowledge to start fighting with each other, or to start what? Bragging with each other, fighting with each other, and showing off. All that knowledge, it is to make man to understand himself. What is that understanding? Understanding is for us to return to Allah. How we are going to return to Allah? Allah sent us into this world. Perfect, isn't it? Allah sent us into this world. Perfect. Without any blemish, without any sin, without any mistake. That baby over there, those young ones, before they reach the age of maturity, they are protected. They are without a single drop of wrongness, of sin. Original innocence. And Allah is saying, come back to me in that original innocence that I created you with. As pure as you come out from your mother, come back to me. To go back to your real mother. What is our real mother? Who says? Who can say? The earth. We were made from this clay. And we're going to go back to this clay, to this world, to this earth, to this womb. And if you go back to this womb, our real mother, the earth, pure as when we came out like that, the earth is not going to touch us. The earth is not going to grind us. The ground is not going to grind. The flesh of the prophets and the saints, it is forbidden for the earth to touch it. There is no corruption. There is no rotting. There is no dirtiness. Because they came back to the presence of their Lord while they are in this world clean. Because they are concentrating on that. Because every knowledge that they're looking at, whether it's the knowledge of the Quran or Hadith, or this world or the afterworlds, whatever knowledge that they have, all must lead back to the knowledge of Allah. And in order to know Allah, like what Holy Prophet says, the man must know himself. Must sit down to think, where am I? What am I doing here? Who sent me? What does he want from me? Where do I want to go? These questions, you don't have to be rich or poor, educated or illiterate, man or woman, white or black, young or old to ask. What do you have to have? The heart. Which everyone has a heart. Intelligence. Which everyone has intelligence. Haya. Modesty. Which everyone has that. Everyone has these three. Because these three qualities, it is with Adam alayhi salam, it is with his children until the day of judgment. But if you choose to lock your heart, if you choose to cover your intelligence, if you choose for your haya to bury it deep inside and not to practice it, if you have lost all these qualities, it is not because Allah didn't give it to you. It is because using our own ego and the will of our ego, we decide to hide it instead of to practice it. We are killing it. And Allah is saying, don't kill that. Don't kill your faith. Don't kill your intelligence. Don't kill your haya. Don't kill your... You're supposed to bring it out. Because all these qualities will make man to understand himself. And to make man to understand his Lord. Man can go up and down, not 5 times, 50 times a day. But if he's not sitting down to say, who am I? Why am I doing this? I'm doing all this prayer, but I'm looking, my anger is still overtaking me. My jealousy, it is still there. I cannot control it. My stubbornness, I'm noticing, I cannot get rid of it. All these qualities, if power is given to that man, he's going to destroy the whole world. It's only because it's not given to us. How many times you hear, oh, I was so upset, I would feel like killing that person. Who does not say that? Their feeling is there. Now imagine, now we don't have power. Imagine if power is given to you, to us. Imagine if you have the power over 1 million lives, and you have the power of controlling whole countries. What are you going to do that time when you get upset and there is nobody to control you? You are free to do as you like, which everybody today says they're free to do as they like. So don't complain when the tyrants, they're doing as they like. Don't complain. Because the tyrants saying, I'm free too. You think you're the only one who's free? I have freedom too. I want to be free. I want to kill. I want to murder. I want to cheat. I want to... So don't get upset. Because if a man is not understanding and waking up from all these evil characteristics that's inside of him, go down. Go and renew your wudu. You too. Go down. I don't have any sleeping people in front of me. No more. If a mankind is not controlling all this, all the prayers that is doing is going to be X. It's going to be gone. That's the least. Because more than that, because a man is praying and doing so many things, he thinks he's somebody now. He thinks no one can touch him. He thinks, I'm religious, so everything I do, Allah is telling me to do. Because he doesn't understand himself. He doesn't understand the evil that is inside of him. Because there is no one there to teach him. No one there that he is going to submit to. Just like these tyrants in these days, they have no one above them. They do as they like. So why we are complaining that time? We destroyed this ummah, pulled away that head that is ruling the Muslims for 1400 years. Billions of people, millions of square miles, all the way from Istanbul to Indonesia, from Russia to Africa, that the Khalifa was ruling, that nobody can move and declare their own lordship. Because there is a sword of the Khalifa that is going to come out. Now, where is the love to all these tyrants? Go preach to them. You're seeing all these tyrants, what they're doing to the Muslims, no? Muslims themselves, what they're doing to the Muslims, or so-called Muslims. These are not real Muslims anyway. So now, say, go to those ones that their children like yours, they're being killed on the streets. Their mothers and fathers like yours, that they're being raped and murdered. Go to them and say, you know, forgive. Allah is most forgiving. Don't be upset. Just forgive. Huh? Don't be overtaken by this anger. Just forgive. And go now with this kind of so much love. Everyone is talking about love. Huh? So much happiness. Love and happiness. Really? You have so much love and happiness? We're not feeling the pain? What can we do? Of course, everyone is going to say that. That is not the characteristic of a believer, by the way. If you say, what can we do? No. The believer must say, Astaghfirullah, we cannot do anything. Ya Rabbi, bring us the Khalifa for us to do something. Because now the tyrants, they are rising and they are killing the Muslims. They are turning on the faucet of the blood. There is bloodshed everywhere. And there is no one who is going to be able to control it except for Sahibu Zaman. Yes, except for that one who has the power, that one who has the sword. That Sahibul Saif that is going to bring order back into this world. How is man going to understand this, Muslims or believers? Because the selfishness has entered. You cannot have love for the dunya if you don't have selfishness. You love the dunya, you are selfish. And the man who is selfish is not going to think of others. He loves the dunya, he can never be generous. If you love the akhirat and you love Allah, then Allah is Razak and Allah is Karim, and you're going to be the servants of rizq and the servants of generosity. And that time you're going to give when you have and when you don't have. Not only when you have. So many saying, oh, I'm going to be generous when I have something. No. When you don't have something and you don't give, that time when you're generous, when you have more, definitely you're not going to give because you think it is not enough. Generosity is not according to how much you have. Generosity is how much you give. So it's not how much you have, it's how much you give. You have nothing to give, give a glass of water. You have nothing to give a smile. You have nothing to give a salams. But in these days, Muslims don't even give salams to each other. They don't ask about each other. They're not concerned about each other. They live with each other, but they are own in their private worlds. We must think. The order is given for us to think. The first ayat given to us to recite. Recite in the name of our Lord that created everything. Recite in the name of our Lord. When you recite in the name of your Lord, when you say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, impossible that time that you are not going to think who you are, why you are here, and how to return to Allah in Ahsani Taqweem. If you understand that you have to return to Allah in Ahsani Taqweem, the way that we were born into this world in Ahsani Taqweem, if you believe that, which everyone believes, then you have to understand that this dunya is asfala safilin. This is the lowest of the low. This is a dirty, evil dunya that we must run away from it. Then we're going to start looking for those ones who are following the prophets 100%. That they're teaching us how to run away from this dunya, how to run away from our egos and shaitans. Then later to say, now you stand there and you have to face them. Face the shaitans, face the ego. And the bullets, the ammunition is sohbat. To make the man to sit down and to think. The sohbat is like the juice, the essence of religion. This is when everything is squeezed and everything is taken for you to drink. No longer we're telling you, you are not given the responsibility to plant the tree, to watch it grow, to take care of it, to pluck the fruit, to prepare it, to squeeze it, and to drink. The sohbat, the holy association of the sheikhs, not our association, of the sheikhs' associations, he has done all that work. He has squeezed everything, giving you the essence, and he says, now drink this. Drink this. If you are understanding, if you have a drop of faith, you will know what you're drinking is coming from that tree. And it's not only that tree, it is 1,000-year-old trees from the beginning. There is a tree that has a history. If you've already killed yourself and your understanding, your intelligence, your sense of taste, then you're going to say, what is this you're giving me? I want to look at trees. I want to plant trees. You said, take this and drink. They said, no, I don't want this. I can't taste anything. That's right. You cannot taste the sohbats because you're still looking at the woods. Awliya Allah, they are bringing us the honey. They're bringing us the honey of the religion. They've went and they've collected. Like bees. Huh? Bees, they're going to every flower, collecting. You think it is easy? That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed the bees so much. One drop of honey, thousands of flowers it takes. Thousands of flowers it takes to produce one drop of honey. So much time spent. Those ones who went to collect, so much organization needed to produce that. Such a short lifespan also for that honeybee, for that worker bee, because they work so hard. Awliya Allah, they're doing that. And they produce the honey, and they're giving it in holy association, saying, now take this. This is a medicine for you. Take this. It will cure you. Take this. It will even cure you of death. What do I mean, cure you of death? Dying like an animal, it will cure you from that. You will start to die before you die. And those who are living for the sake of Allah, when they pass from this world, when they've given their life for Allah, they are not dead. Inshallah Rahman, may we be included amongst those. ومن الله التوفيق الفاتحة.